Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Skyslop News. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the controversial state of Skyblock at the moment in this very important and very well-length video. And, it's going to be really good. And you guys are going to want to watch this because it's got a lot of good information and my opinion. And my opinion is all that matters because I'm good at the game. Look at my tools, look at my items, I'm good at the game. You know that, okay? So, first of all, biggest issue in the entire game, I think everyone can agree, is that recoms. They're so bad. We need to rework recoms, okay? They're too expensive. As a normal profile, when I go into the bazaar and I see recoms are like 300 mil each, I realize, this is not gonna stand. This is way, way too much money. I can't afford this. I've got no coins. No coins at all. And what do they expect me to do? Huh? What do they expect me to do? Play the game to get my items? That's ridiculous. What do you want from me? I can't play the game. I buy things. Don't have a job, but I can't play the game. So instead, I'd say that we need to rework recoms completely. We need to make them easier to get. What's that mean? Every Slayer, you get 3 recoms. Okay? We're removing them from dungeons. No one plays dungeons, okay? Every tier of Slayer, hear about that. Every tier of Slayer, you get 3 more recoms. And you know what, while we're at it, let's change recoms, okay? We have to put them on all our hard-earned tools. How are we meant to do that, huh? We can't be doing that. So instead, we're going to put them on less tools. And you know how we're going to do that? We're going to change it. So instead of them upgrading the rarity of something, universally good, it gives gemstones, more power. Your reforgers are better. Who needs that, right? Instead, hear me out. Plus 3% reforge power. I think we're all thinking it. We're all thinking it. We're all going to say it. It's a great idea. It's a good idea. 3% stats. That's way better. You know what you can get out of that? Like 1 strength. What's that? That's better than anything an upgraded rarity could do. I'll tell you that much. Anything that you need to use recoms for, you can use again, but they're better now because they do way more. Your gemstones don't matter. They don't do anything. They're not useful. I don't put gemstones on any of my equipment. And it's not because they're too expensive, because I have no money. It's because they don't do anything, and we should remove them from the game. Let's put them in fishing. Let's put fishing gemstones. Let's fish up a gem. Anyway, so recoms. They're we need free recoms. But you know what else we need? We need free accessory slots. You know why? Because we have too many expensive. That cost way too much money. All right, inflation, it needs to go up. We need more coins in the economy. We don't need anyone to spend their money on anything, not on recoms, because now they're free from slayers, maybe even from like island mobs if 100% drop chance. Jacobus, he costs too much. Accessories, like they're not even that good, they don't really do anything. But, I hear people, they're always complaining and saying, oh, please, admins, we need more accessory slots. I can't afford to have 700 Farming Island talismans. It's too expensive. And I agree with that. Because they're really vital to the game. Accessories are really vital to the game. They're really important. They do a lot. Just like recoms. So I'd say, what this new system should be? Every 3,000 recoms, what you get? You get -1 accessory slot. You trade them in, it's a good deal. You know why it's a good deal? So we need to activate that. We need to put that in the game. We put that into the system. It's a good system. You know why? Because it works. It's effective. I've tested it. I've sent it to Simon Hypixel. He said, yeah, that's a good idea. Don't ask him. He said it. Trust me. And you know what else we need to do? Because, now we've got our recoms, we've got our accessories. They're not very good, they're not very vital. They're vital, but that's not important. What we now need to focus on is the fact that we don't have to spend nearly as much money, boys. It's all free. We get it for free. You spend 3,000 hours, you get -3 accessory slots, and that's all that matters. Now we have coins, so we can spend them on important money sinks, like buying fuming potato books and hot potato books from dungeons, which brings me to my next point, something very important that we need to talk about, and that's hot potato books and fuming potato books. You know why we need to talk about them? Because they're bad, they're useless. No one needs hot potato books. They don't mean anything. They've never been used in any videos as a money-making method, as a joke in a very popular series. No one's ever done that. No one's ever done that. So you know what? I say we remove them from the game completely. I say instead we add a new item. We call it the Book of Wisdom, and you put it on all your tools. And it gives you 20 magic find. And you know what? That's good because we don't care about the magic find rework. It's never coming out anyway. We all know that. Foraging's never coming out. Foraging when? So we need to focus on what's important, and that's magic find in the game, because, we got to get as much as possible so we can get more drops, like, automaton parts and stuff. They're hard to get, man. So, what we need to do instead? We need to put that on every item in the game, not just your armor and your tools. You put it on You put it on your equipment pieces, your accessories, your pets. You give them books of wisdoms. And you know how you get these books of wisdoms? Minions make them every day. You get 3 because we need to incentivize people not playing the game. Why would you want to play this game? We put it on minions, we add a new item, and you know how you get that item that gets you these books that are essential to progression? You got to beat M7 with no armor, and then you get these books, and then you can be as good as all the other players who have these already, because we're going to convert hot potato books into these at a 3-to-1 ratio. So anyone who already had them have billions of items, billions of coins in this new item that is way better than the old one, but it doesn't matter. And new players, they don't matter. All of our updates don't care about new players. That's why the first thing you do in the game, we tell you it's fishing. You need to fish. It's the most important thing. And you know why it's the most important thing? Because it's the best skill and it's well balanced. And I get Jorbuses every 3 minutes because I'm good at the game. Look at my items. I'm good at the game. So I think that's most of my very important points. But I need to address the recent, changes that they're wanting to add to this Taurus Canyon update. I don't even know what it's about. Probably like a fishing update, because we need more of those. We have not had enough. And, this fishing update, they said, well, because fishing's useless, it doesn't do anything. So I say what we should do is we should add arrows to fishing. That's right. Every 300 sea creatures you fish up, you get 1 arrow. And it's just the normal. We're removing every arrow except for flint and magma. So you either have flint arrows that do no damage. We're removing we're removing flint arrow damage. So now it's just they're just terrible. You don't need them, but you use them because you need them for the game. They're progressing. That you progression locked if you're Iron Man too bad. So you fish up your sea creatures. You get your arrows that you use to do more important skills like foraging and taming and carpentry and social and alchemy and carpentry and alchemy. So you use those arrows and those skills, and you're all happy, you're all set. And arrow poisons, we're just gonna remove them because who needs them? This is modern Minecraft. And even though we're still using armor stands for like everything in the game that has a name, shut up, all right? You don't matter. Nothing matters, all right? My opinion is fact because my videos are at least 10 minutes long.